Fans speculate that not only do the Braxton sisters not like Kevin, but they also cut him off from their family because he showed Traci's body after her passing, which they didn't like or want. There seems to be a lot of tension. The streets are accusing the Braxton sisters of hating on their late sister Traci's husband Kevin Sarrett, and at this point it's starting to look that way. Everyone and their mama know that the Braxton were not exactly Kevin's biggest fans when Traci was alive, and it seems to have gotten worse since she passed. Things are not looking good as they are brewing here. Let's speak about it. Did Kevin truly disregard Traci's desires as the sisters claim, or are they just being spiteful? The Braxton sisters' treatment of Kevin is not sitting well with the public, and some fans have even called them out for showing disdain for their sister's widower. Though it didn't seem that way to the Braxton sisters, it's understandable why they initially felt that way about Kevin, given that they had been married for 25 years and had been together for over 30 years before she passed away. After all, if we're being honest, Kevin and Traci's relationship wasn't always easy. I understand that every marriage has ups and downs, but at some point it seemed like Kevin and Traci had more downs than ups. Nevertheless, they persevered, and following their 2014 appearance on Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars, they discussed and worked through their problems. Traci lived for 8 years before she tragically passed away in 2022 from esophageal cancer. It was evident from the moment Traci died that there was a falling out between Kevin and her siblings. Tony made an announcement on behalf of the sisters a few hours later saying, "It is with the utmost regret that we inform you of the passing of our sister Traci. Needless to say, she was a bright light, a beautiful daughter and amazing sister, a loving wife, mother, grandmother, and respected performer. We will miss her dearly." Kevin made his own announcement to TMZ saying, "We have come to a time where we must inform the public that after a year of privately undergoing a series of treatment for esophageal cancer, there was obviously a gulf between them, but remember that they were grieving, and such things sort of happened. What really led many to believe that the sisters don't like him is that they didn't invite Kevin to appear on their next reality TV program. The conversation intensified when Tamer posted a video from Traci's final days showing off her back tattoo. That's Toni right there. She wishes that's Toni Braxton right there all day. Wow, she got beautiful. Although a major portion of the show is about Traci's passing and how they're coping with their grief now, you would think that he would be invited to be on the show, right? Nope. He was nowhere to be found on the show, and it wasn't an oversight. His son Kevin Jr. was featured on the show to some extent, and sadly things don't look good for him, as he is also going through a divorce and some legal issues, so things aren't going too well for him. That's Toni who's trying, and as you can see from what I'm saying, Traci, they're not paying attention to who they are. Just saying, Traci, as I try to apply the lotion, they're staring at me. You told me to get the back, and I'm trying to figure out what you want me to do, not respond to the song that's on her back. It's this little light of music. I wish my finger worked. I would massage your back, but my finger doesn't work 'cause you won't get a puncture. I'm going to let it. This started the conversation about Kevin Sr. all over again because fans were wondering why the family seemed to have distanced themselves from him. Well, Kevin went live on Instagram where he hinted that things were not cool between him and his former sisters-in-law. That the other thing is, I really want people to understand this part to death. Did us part? Please understand that, please do, because some narratives would not include that in that situation. And I thank God that he gave us that. And alike with me and my son, I'm doing everything I can to make sure he's good. See, we have another village. You know what I mean? That was always there for us another village, and that village came and embraced us and helped us on many levels when we found out about Traci having cancer. December the 15th, 2020 at Georgetown Hospital, we had went through some stuff. Prior to that, we was in California. As they brought up, we was out there taping. Traci talked about she couldn't swallow. I immediately called the doctor. Thank God our doctor was always there. For us, thank you, dear C&M. We set it up. By the time I got back first, she got back, and we was in there, and they took care of us, and worked it from there. I mean, I think I was in the rain. Fort Washington Hospital with Tony for about an hour while they did the procedure, because at that time, everybody couldn't come into the hospital, so I sat out in the car and pouring down rain, waiting for that, and the doctor called me, and I was able to pull up to the front and go inside. He explained everything to me, and then we went to Georgetown Hospital, and from there, Traci didn't want to call anybody, and I made the calls 'cause I told her the family had to know 'cause she needed. He also said this, and it's all good, you know what I mean, 'cause I feel like my wife got the healing that she needed to go through what she went through, and the sacrifice to go. With that is everything, so I just wanted to share with you guys, and it's still more to give. I never lived in Baltimore, baby girl. We've always lived in the DMV, DC area. But I thank God we had so many levels of family. You know why? I use my Masonic family. I use my MC family. I use just our regular social existence. Family I see Miss Bland on here. I see fun. I see people in here that was always there on a regular, picking up the phone saying, "What's up, y'all?" Good on just a regular level. So right now, and I still have that, I still have it, and I'm thankful, I'm very thankful to still have that existence. That's what keeps me, 'cause I got to be strong for my son, 'cause he's going through so much. Yeah, there is no love lost there. Interestingly, fans have pointed out how he's been on bad terms with the Braxton for a long time, and they haven't gotten over their bad blood for some context. The sisters just didn't start treating him badly after Traci passed, because they used to do so while she was alive. The beef continued after Traci passed, because her sisters allegedly felt like Kevin exploited her death for his own benefit. According to page 6, there was a Zoom meeting where Traci made it clear what she wanted, and now her husband is trying to capitalize on her name. Page 6 continued to say that Kevin had a viewing for Traci for her famous sisters, Tamer, Trina, Tawanda. Traci did not want a wake or funeral. She did not want people looking all over her body. While Michael Conrad Braxton did show up, we're told he was first turned away at the door because he wasn't on the list. He was so upset that he wasn't on the list that someone from the church recognized him and let him in, forcing him to sit in the 4th row. Tony and their mother, Evelyn Braxton, chose not to attend. The insider said Braxton's father wasn't even allowed to speak or say any words about his daughter. However, Kevin denied the claims, and he spoke to page 6, saying, "My father-in-law and brother-in-law came in." Briefly, he also insisted that he invited the sisters, but they didn't show up according to sources. The sisters hated the fact that he showed her body because they felt like it wasn't what Traci would have wanted. However, Kevin insisted that he did exactly what Traci wanted, saying, "I was with my wife more than anybody in this world. I know my wife, and when she got cancer, we really started to communicate about funeral plans, and I was still trying to find treatments for her. I went to every single one of her doctor appointments throughout our entire marriage. That's how we were. And now they're treating me like a deadbeat husband." He also claims Traci wanted a viewing in one memorial service in conjunction with her management, PR, and other members to come together and celebrate her. The sisters eventually held their private memorial the way Traci would have wanted, and Kevin confirmed that he wasn't invited to the private